Kia ora, Virgo, and welcome to October's Tarot, Horoscope or Zodiac reading for you for 2014. I've changed the layout a little bit this month. I thought I'd zoosh it up a bit for you all, and these four cards go in the order of: the first one is relationship and love, the second one is home or personal, the third one is finances and career, and the fourth one is health. So we may as well get started at the beginning. It's the best place to be. The Chariot for relationships and love. Now this is a positive card, and it's a major arcana card, suggesting that October could bring for you relatively important events around these sort of areas of relationships or love type feelings. Now you may feel possibly that someone is actually wanting more from you than you're willing to give. There could be some sort of pressure on you from other people in terms of relationships. Now this could be at work relationships or family relationships or even love or romance relationships. So it's about being honest, and remember to always be pleasant in your dealings with others and in the words you use. We can all choose how to have a situation go by the way we deal with it. It might not be something that you're particularly happy to deal with or that you wish wasn't around, but the manner with which you take hold of it and deal with it goes towards the outcome. So always remember, if there's something that you need to tell somebody that you don't think they're going to particularly like hearing, do it in a pleasant way, and always try to use the positives around the situation or the relationship as it may have been. Now then, what else could we see in this card? Again, as I was saying, it is a really strong card, so you do have a huge power behind you, like a universal power to move forward, and you could hold the upper hand, and I do believe you will hold it if you use the demeanour and the manner that I've been referring to. So you need to use both your intellect and your heart in these areas of relationships and love for this to be successful. So the Chariot often talks about it is movement, so there is some form of movement in October around relationships for you, and quite often it is positive movement one way or another, especially when we deal with them positively. Now the next card is the home or personal, and it's the Seven of Swords. This card suggests that if you're thinking of doing anything sort of a little bit secret or, you know, under cover or covert, to be very, very careful about how you decide to do this, because remember, everything we do, it does come back eventually to get at us some way or another. So it's fine to do things on the quiet, or, you know, if you want something kept a little bit secret or that not the whole world knows about, but make sure you're doing it in the right manner. A good example that we've seen of this is the New Zealand politic dirty saga issue that we've had here, and how much covert information was being manipulated underneath, and how unpleasant it all was. And of course it's come up to the boil, and it just goes to show that if we do it properly at the beginning, cross your T's and dot your I's, and remember that all sorts of things can be found out eventually. If you do it right at the beginning, you can't really go wrong. Now another thing, since we're sort of talking about the home, you may feel as though you want to spend a bit of time alone actually, and you may at part of this month just decide, oh, I don't want to be totally social this month. I'm doing me stuff. I'm working on my journey and what's good for me and how I feel about life, and that's completely fair, and it's also required. It's one of those things that we often don't spend enough time on ourselves. The other thing this card mentions is just watch people around you and make sure that they are behaving in the right manner, so that there's not perhaps issues going on around you that are deceitful or untrue or unfair in some way. So to keep your eye out for that type of behaviour. Now the next card that we move to is the finances card, the Eight of Wands. This often denotes quite quick, swift movement, and if you're waiting on decisions, there could be information coming regards that. So there could be and we're talking about finances here, there could be movement with your finances in October, and it could be quite quick and rapid. It might be a time where you decide to start something new business-wise, and it could be the beginning of a long-term plan that will take time for this plan to come into full fruition. But if you start it now, it could have quite a lot of success going for it. So I think your finances are looking quite good for October. Obviously, again, we talk about this as being a very general forecast for Virgos globally. I'm not looking at or talking about specific individuals. If you wanted to do that, you would have to look into a personal reading with me. But overall, I feel your finances are, yeah, they feel more positive. That's a positive card with quite swift moving. So if you were waiting on, say, a job application or hearing about a job, you might hear about this in October, or job opportunities might arise for you. Now with the Ten of Swords, regards health, that there is actually suggesting if you have got any health issues, now might be a really good time to look at alternative medicine therapies. You might have got to the end of the line, if you like, with your health, and you might be thinking, oh, what can I do to alleviate this problem, or what new ways or things can I bring into life to give me some resurgence of energy, a new boost, a new beginning. And this card tells you to actually look at every form of possible health ability, and I mean everything from universal forces and energies and power, whether it be you turn to your God or prayer or the angelic realm, higher powers. Remember to try all options is what it's saying. Don't close yourself off to perhaps the limited perspectives of health resources that you may have looked at previously in the past. And also be careful of your back. Some of you may come up with back problems, and that might be a good opportunity to look at osteopaths or chiropractors. And the final card that we are going to be using for the month is a higher energy vibration card that you can call on and utilize for any of these areas of relationship, love, home, personal, finances, career or health. And your particular angel or higher vibration energy that's arrived for you for the months is Jophiel, and this particular energy of vibration is going to offer you assistance in liberation. So if there are any areas in your life that you are seeking liberation and some sort of freedom or moving forward, remember to call upon this higher vibrational angelic energy. It's yours for the month to use, and they're incredibly positive, harmonious energies that will back you up and support you in the decisions and choices you're wanting to move and making forward. So that's all for your reading, Virgo, for October 2014. Wishing you much happiness and peace and love. Kia kaha.